So here we are the day after Christmas, and I'm all bundled up because it's a fantastic 22 degrees outside. It's very cold. I'm still sick. Before we jumped in the car, I called the doctor's office to schedule an appointment, and the doctor's office is closed today. So they must be taking an extra holiday, day, whatever. Kind of like Bob Cratchit when he came walking in, what, 15, 20 minutes late, and Ebenezer Scrooge jumped on him about being late. Well, I guess to avoid any lateness, because people were making merry the earlier day, I should say, that they just gave everybody the day off. I don't know. So anyway, I will try calling a little later this morning just to make sure that they're just not coming in late. And if they're still closed, I guess I won't go to the doctor until tomorrow. But I do need to go to the doctor because I just feel just really bad. And I'm sorry that my Christmas weekend vlog, I combined it all into one vlog, those 3 days. And even what I shot with my camera was very boring for you guys. We did have some other interesting festive things happen during that time, but I was laying down and I couldn't get my camera. I didn't feel like getting up to get my camera to film anything, and that's why my last vlog was boring, boring, boring. This one's probably going to be boring too. So anyway, Carly and I are on our way to Walmart because they're having their after Christmas sale where things are 50% off. I want to try to get some more Christmas lights. Last year I missed it because I don't like going out shopping the day after Christmas because everybody coming to make all their returns and it just gets crazy. So for the last several years I haven't gone after Christmas, and I needed Christmas lights, especially back in, I don't think it was spring, I think it was in the summer when my soffit lights were out, because I've told you the lighting that I have above my soffit, they're Christmas lights. They're the clear, I try to get a strand of 150, or sometimes I'll, put a couple strands together and make it like 200 lights. Anyway, yeah, that's what I put up there is Christmas lights, and my lights burned out. And I went looking in my storage of lights, and I had all other kinds of little mini Christmas lights, except clear ones. I did not have any. So I want to make sure I get Christmas lights before they're all taken away. And we saw my mother-in-law yesterday, and she needs like some pajamas and a few things. So we're going to pick up some of that for her. And I have a few grocery things I need to get. Like, I have all my turkey left over. And I made my family eat turkey sandwiches for the last 2 days. I'm not going to do it to them for a third day, so I'm going to make a turkey pot pie. And I'm cheating. I'm buying all canned vegetables and just drain the juice out, so all the veggies are already cooked. I'm getting the pie crust that's already made. I'm just cheating. That's just how I'm going to roll today. And I'm going to make not chicken, but a turkey pot pie. And then I have to pick a couple other things. That's it. And then I'm going back home and I'm going to lay down. I'm looking at my house and assessing the things that I need to clean, but I don't feel like cleaning today. So, I don't know. And I wanted to be on an antibiotic by today, so it'd be kicking in. Then tomorrow I wanted to start taking my Christmas stuff down. But I don't know. Probably not going to be able to do that now. So anyway, we're getting off on our exit. Getting off on the exit. We're going to stop and get some gas first. And then we'll be headed over to Walmart. So there wasn't much that we found at Walmart that we wanted. But I did get some Hickory Farms with the summer sausages because, half off. I got freezer bags because I was going to be putting Christmas cookies in the freezer. I have potatoes left over from brunch and corn left over from Saturday when we had the turkey and the ham for dinner. So I got some carrots and peas to also put in the pot pie. I have some turkey gravy, but I don't know how much I have left, so I bought this. Even if I had turkey broth, I'm too lazy to make turkey gravy today. I just don't feel good. And I needed new soap, and we needed new lighters to light, candles. I got more socks for vacation. Carly needed more socks. I got these socks. I wear these like every day around the house. I like these for like summer and going to Florida because they're low cut, but these are for just being around the house. I needed new scissors, and we bought Alex books. And do you know that even buying the books half off at Walmart, they're still a little bit more expensive than when you buy them over at Ollie's? We got Alex this frozen reindeer. I thought that was cute with the antlers. We got him this Christmas blessings books with just all different little, stories of Christmas. And this is more Snuggle Time Christmas stories. This one's like a little Advent calendar book thing, Jingle and Joy. And then see, like, you open these up like that. So and this one has a little elf and a snowman. Anyway, we thought that was cute. This is the Sweet Smell of Christmas. This one I thought was really cute. All, the smells like pine cones and, pine needles and baking and just all that sort of thing. So I thought that was cute. And then he likes his letters and numbers, which he has a ton of in blocks and puzzle pieces and that. But these are little foam things. So anything with letters and numbers, Alex likes. So I picked those up too because this was part of the Christmas stuff that was 50% off. So they were $4.88, so I got half off on that. So that was it. And then I got some pajamas for my mother-in-law. She needed some new bras. I got her that. And that was it. So I thought I would sit here and share with you all what I got for Christmas. We decided, because we have vacation coming up in just a couple weeks, few weeks after Christmas, that I told the kids, buy for your dad, obviously, don't buy for me. And get for your brother, Brian, because he's not going, and get something for Alex. And don't worry about each other. So the four of us going, we won't worry about, each other. Then that way they could save up. Spending money and that sort of thing. Carly says she's buying Christmas gifts then for the rest of us, like Joe, Adam, myself, when we get to Florida, because that's usually what I do, is I buy them something when we get down there. So anyway, so yeah, Harry got the most gifts and he got a lot of nice gifts too. I'll have to show you some of the smokers that he got, and pillow and blanket that Carly and I had got him. It's a picture of him holding Lucy when she was a puppy in her Minnie Mouse dress. That was one of his favorite pictures of her. He used to like when I had a little Minnie Mouse dress I used to put on her when she was a little puppy. And then let's see, Harry and I still gave the kids money, and the boys got gift cards. Carly didn't get any gift cards because I'm doing manicures for us for when we go to, or pedicures, whatever, when we go to Florida. I think I'm paying for the pedicures, and then we're each paying for our own manicures. I think that's what it is, but I'm paying for her pedicure. And Brian has an obsession with Old Spice body wash, if you can believe it. He loves that stuff, and he always gets mad when any of his brothers are using his body wash. So I got him, seriously, like 12 or more big bottles of the body wash. So that should last them for about 6 months. That's what I told him. He said, this will probably last me for a year. I said, no, it'll probably last for about 6 months. So, and then they got money. So that's what I gave them. So I'm just going over all of this because I didn't show you. Usually I show you opening our gifts and everything, but this year I just didn't pick up the camera because I was sick as a dog. Okay, so Harry bought me my camera, and I told him not to get me anything else. The camera was almost $300. And then I had to buy special batteries for it with a battery charger, and I got it from Nikon, since I bought a Nikon camera. And the batteries with the battery charger, I think, was like an additional $124. So I told Harry, that's my Christmas present, don't get me nothing else. If you want to get me something, just get me a bottle of perfume or a sweater or something, you know. But no, I got a bag. And when I first looked in it, it was inexpensive things, and I thought, okay, well then that's good, you know, he's okay. But then he pulled one of those, you know, Ralphie incidents when, you know, he's sitting there, Ralphie from the Christmas store, he's sitting there with his parents, and the dad says, did you get everything that you wanted, Ralphie? And he said, well, almost everything. And then the dad says, hey, what's that I see over there behind the desk? Well, Harry did the same thing. What's that I see, you know, at the foyer Christmas tree? And he went and he got me another present. So I'll show that one last, and there's a little story behind that. So here's what was in the bag. The cheaper stuff that, you know, I told Harry just focus on because I got my expensive camera earlier. So here's my bag. And inside here, it's a pretty bag. I think that's just a filler. He just got this for me, which I don't know why, because he knows I really don't wear all this stuff anymore. So we got that. He got a very nice card for me. And then he got L'Oreal. It's shampoo, and there's a conditioner with it, and it had the mascara with it, and I thought that was fine. And then he got me this. It's cool water. I've never heard of this before. It's a perfume. I didn't even spray it to smell it. There's no point until my nose clears up. So anyway, I have no idea what this smells like, and I thought that's fine. Here's the conditioner. And I thought everything was fine, and I thanked him, and that was good enough for me because I got my camera ahead of time. And then he did the, what's that I see behind the Christmas tree? And I'm like, oh no. And I told him, I said, it better not be a piece of jewelry, because usually every Christmas he buys me something, an expensive piece of jewelry. And I mean expensive. Like the cheapest is usually like $500 or whatever. Usually he spends like $700. He's even bought, you know, things more expensive at Christmas. And I told him none of that this year because I had already got the camera. Okay, so before my camera finally broke this last time and I couldn't use it, I did tell Harry, I think it was late October or early November, I said, I know what I want for Christmas, and you buy me this one thing because it's expensive and that's going to be good enough for me. Don't buy me no jewelry or nothing, just get me this one thing. What I wanted was Rosetta Stone. Now I have to tell you, right before Josiah and Melissa had split up, where Joe and Alex had come back here, where I was having Alex all the time to watch him, I was wanting to take Rosetta Stone. I had been thinking about it, pondering it, and I thought, I'm going to start doing Rosetta Stone, because they say with that you can learn several languages pretty easily if you're committed to it. And you can learn languages within like a couple months, you know. And I had several languages that I had been wanting to learn throughout my life. And one of them was German. And I really wanted to learn German. But then I had to put that off on hold over the last several years. And I thought this year, you know, I should get Rosetta Stone. I want to learn German. I also wanted to learn Spanish. And the reason why is because, you know, we're living in a society now here in America. There's a lot of Mexicans that, you know, come here from Mexico, and you know, they don't know how to speak English. You run into these people sometimes on a daily basis when you're out and about, you know. They're just, you know, everywhere in America now. And I always just thought, you know, it might be a good idea to learn Spanish. So, you know, I was going to do German first, then I was going to do the Spanish. And then I decided, you know something, let me learn Spanish. And after that, then I'm going to go with German. Now, the thing is with learning Spanish, if you know Spanish, you can pretty basically even speak Italian, because the languages are closely related, and even Portuguese, because they're all derived from Latin. And I've known Italians who can speak Spanish, you know, fluently to, you know, Spanish-speaking people. And then the Spanish-speaking people can converse back with them with the Italian, because, like I said, the languages are fairly closely related. So I thought, you know, if I learn Spanish first, that will be better for me, because there's not a lot of German-speaking people here, but there's Spanish-speaking people. And then, you know, I can delve into Italia a little bit, maybe Portuguese at some other point. So anyway, that's what Harry got me. He got me my Rosetta Stone Spanish. So, and this is quite expensive, you know, so that's why I told Harry, after my camera incident, I told him, don't get me the Rosetta Stone. I'll just do that at another point, you know, maybe in the spring or something like that. But anyway, he got it for me, and so here, this winter, I'm going to start doing it, because, you know, you're cooped up in the house and everything. I'm going to start applying myself to it and see just how far I can get. Now, Carly is fluent in Spanish. She speaks Spanish very well. She took 3 years of it when she was in high school. On her last year of high school, I told her to take the 4th year. I said, just go ahead and major in it. And she didn't want to take it. She thought, I know enough to know enough. She had Mexican friends and that sort of thing that she would speak to. And it just kind of helped her keep brushed up with her Spanish speaking skills and so forth. And now with working and everything, you know, she works with a lot of Mexicans, and so she speaks Spanish all day long, you know. So I thought, well, that would be pretty good too, because as I'm learning Spanish, you know, she can help me with stuff, and then maybe her and I can start speaking Spanish back and forth to each other. See, that will help me, okay? So it's a good thing I got the Spanish. Like I said, you know, I think that's going to be better for me now. And then any other languages like German, which I want to take German next, you know, that's really not going to help me. It's just that I'll just know how to speak German. And after I learn German, another language I want to learn is Norwegian. I'm wanting to take Norwegian, and it is my hope one day that I can take a trip to Norway. I've always wanted to go to Norway. It's beautiful there. The people are just, you know, supposedly just, you know, great people, very warm and friendly. And they say that, you know, if you're going to go to Europe and you want to go to Scandinavia, any of those countries there, that Norway's a really nice place to go, because it is pretty, they're very welcoming there. And at night too, you see the northern lights and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what I think I'm going to do. So for now, Spanish, Espanol. I'm going to be learning it. So that's what I got for Christmas. And now I'm going to get off this camera because, believe it or not, sitting here talking to you this little bit, it is draining me. I'm going to go, my eyes are getting even tired. I'm going to go see if I could take a little nap. So I'm going to show you this. This is with Harry and Lucy, and it's Harry without his mustache. He has shaved his mustache off a couple times in his life, and this was one of the times that he did. He usually keeps his mustache. So anyway, the pillow you can't see very well. Carly, she didn't know whether to get the pillow or the blanket, and she got the pillow, but to me it kind of like it cuts it off. So I ordered the blanket, and let me unfold this. Okay, this is a really nice fleece blanket. See? Show you up close. It's fleece. Okay, and what you do, we got this from Walmart. You go back to the photography part, the photography center or whatever, and you give them a picture, and they scan it, and they'll do a pillow. They could do blankets. They can do other things. So this is Harry here, and here's Lucy. And I'll have to go in the photo album and show you the picture. But it turned out really good. So there she is. Little Lucy in her little Minnie Mouse dress here. So let me look in the photo album, see if I can get that picture. Okay, so that's one picture. That's not this one. This was another one that we did, and then we did one similar to this where Lucy was looking forward. Carly still must have that picture. When she took it to get scanned, she must have not brought it back. And then there's Lucy in her Minnie Mouse dress. And right there too. We kept dresses on her till we could no longer get dresses in her size anymore. I think a lot of dog dresses went up to extra large, and it was hard to find extra large dresses, but even the extra large, they got to where they didn't fit her anymore. And she wore dresses from the time that we got her till she was like a year old, whatever. And then she was just so used to wearing dresses, and I couldn't put dresses on her anymore. I couldn't find any her size. But when the other little ones started coming as puppies, and I would put dresses on them, she would get real jealous. Seriously, she would get jealous, and she would, you know, tear at them to pull them off. Kind of like, hey, if I can't have a dress, you can't have a dress. So then we just stopped, you know, putting dresses on any puppies that we get. So anyway, yeah, the one that that Carly scanned, she still must have that. But it's similar to this one here. That was at our house in Chicago. We were sitting outside on the patio. And now I'll show you the smokers that he got. Harry really liked that planetarium that I got from Sega Toys. Remember I showed that to you when it came in? I ordered it, and I ordered some other discs. There's like 4 discs that he has, and I went up there last night. He put them all on, and it's pretty nice. So this was the one that you have already seen. Josiah got that for him, and then I showed you this one too, the crow. And I think that's it. So we got all of these smokers now. What I'm going to do with all of these, I'm not a bell collector. The bells that we have in that curio in the living room, those were my mother-in-law's, and I'm still going to keep them, but I'm going to clear out this cabinet over here, and things that I don't want anymore or I'm not using, I'm either going to get rid of, or the things that I'm not using, but I'm just not doing nothing with it, I'm just going to get bubble wrap and box them up and save them. Like there's some Hummel things in there. See, my mother-in-law collected Hummels. I don't collect Hummels. I don't care about Hummels, you know. But she has some really nice things in there, and if you know anything about Hummels, they're expensive. So I don't want to get rid of them. So if I can't make any room in there for some of those things, I'm just going to have to get some bubble wrap and wrap them up and put them away. And I'm getting really hot just talking to you guys here. I'm sweating, actually. So yeah, and then that curio that's in the living room, I'm going to find somewhere to put those bells. And I'm going to put all those nutcrackers and smokers in there. And what else did Harry get? I can't remember. But anyway, it was a nice Christmas. Okay, I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, so I'm going to record it just in case. I was going to start taking down Christmas decorations today, but because I'm sick, I'm not going to be able to. And I'm going to call the doctor tomorrow, so hopefully I can get on an antibiotic. It's going to depend how I feel tomorrow, if I can at least start a little bit of, you know, putting things away. I don't know, I'll have to see. But I'm hoping by Thursday I can start putting Christmas decorations away. I went through Christmas cards right there because I always go through my Christmas cards to prepare my Christmas card list for the next year. And I noticed, you know, a lot of people over the last several years, people stopped sending Christmas cards. I know people really aren't doing Christmas cards anymore. You know, sometimes they think it's too expensive to do it. I've heard that excuse, or reason, I should say. Sometimes people, you know, they fall out of touch with friends or whatever, Sometimes people just don't like you anymore or whatever. Just all kinds of reasons. And so, anyway, that's just what I do. Everybody that I get cards from, I send, cards the following year. So I make up my Christmas card list. So I just got done doing that. And I crashed my computer, as you guys, well, I didn't crash it, it just crashed. I think you guys know about that. I had to get a new computer this last summer, or spring, whenever it was. Anyway, my Christmas card list was on there. And I had another one that was written down that I used for this year, making up my Christmas card, send out. And I don't know what happened to that list. I've lost it. So I have some addresses that are written down. There's some addresses that I don't have written down. Some of them are friends on social media, so I can just shoot them a message to send me their address again. But there's a couple other people that I don't have their address, and I don't have them on social media. I'm probably just going to have to wait till next year. I'm sure they'll be sending me a card, so I'll have to write down their address and make sure I, get that put away. So anyway, I just did that. I don't know what time it is. It's after 8 o'clock, I think. I've been trying to rest up today, but anyway, I'm still tired. I'm still sick, and I have to go edit this video. But I needed to come and say goodbye and tell you what I, did here this evening. I'm trying to accomplish things little bit as I go. Like I said, tomorrow I'm probably still going to be sick that I can't put all my Christmas away, but I'm going to try to put some of it away. Just have to see how it goes. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.